When native people began populating North America some 15,000 years ago, black bears ranged far and wide across this great land. They inhabited the continent from the Atlantic to the Pacific, from Mexico north to the Arctic. To Native Americans, the black bear provided a valuable source of rich meat, sweet fat, and plush hides for clothing and shelter, and the unique traits of the bear itself provided the essence of their legends. Early American settlers also found black bears in abundance when they arrived here. Like all things they found in abundance, they took from the land with traps and guns to feed their pioneer appetites. But the bears represented more than just food for settlers. They also posed threats to their families, their livestock, their crops, and their future in this untamed land. So they shot the bear at will. Besides the quick death dealt to individual bears from the settlers' guns, plows and axes took a lasting and wider toll. Cutting, burning, and clearing claimed the forest that the bears needed to survive as a species. So as the wave of human expansion changed the wooded lands into farm fields and pastures, bears lost their native habitat. And in many places, they ultimately lost their ability to survive in man's tamed world. Nonetheless, bears hung on in some of the more mountainous, swampy, and rugged regions. What few bears remained in the recesses of the forest came under the assault of unregulated market hunting for their hides, meat, and fat. By 1900, black bear numbers had been reduced in many areas of the country, almost to the point of extinction. Finally, during the early 1900s, America began to realize the importance of wildlife management, including the plight of the black bear. By the mid-1900s, hunting seasons became heavily controlled or closed altogether, and bear restoration programs began in some states. While all this was happening, the great forest that had been slashed and burned decades before began to recapture the landscape, bit by bit, year by year, and the black bear was not far behind. This reforestation, combined with bear conservation programs, have helped black bears make an astonishing recovery in many areas.
There are more bears in the state of New Jersey than ever before in recent history. Certainly, back to colonial times. We're seeing more bears now than we've ever seen before. And as the population grows and spreads itself out, it's a new learning process for those people encountering it for the first time.
Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 years.
So he knows the routine.
He knows the routine, yep.
And now, as we march into the 21st century, wildlife officials must suddenly wrestle with the evolving complexities of managing bear and human interactions in a limited landscape where both black bear and human populations continue to swell.